everybody. My name's Caroline and I'm here in my summer house about to do my sample flow of yoga using props such as the wall. We've got a chair, blocks and a strap. So I hope you'll work through it with me, and it would be lovely to hear some of your comments. Thank you. So here we go. So first of all, I'm going to come into Tadasana on the mat. I have my feet hip width apart, but you can take your feet wider if you want to. I'm going to roll the shoulders up, back and down, and just allow myself to settle. Breath in, breath out. Just leaving the outside world at the door. And as I breathe in, for a count of 4, I'm going to take my hands up. Better just shove this one over a little bit. So just taking the hands out slightly at the sides. Breathing out, letting the hands come back in. And I'm doing this for a count of 4 in and 4 out at the moment. As I extend up to shoulder height, I'm going to lengthen my exhalation. So what I'm trying to do is to keep the in-breath at 4, but to lengthen the exhalation to about 8, so that I can really squeeze out any stale energy that has been sitting at the bottom of my lungs overnight. And then just return into my own rate and rhythm of breathing. Then I'm going to roll through my toes. So I'll bring this chair back in. It's quite nice to have the chair or the wall for a bit of support. So I'm going to bring this rolling pin, my trusty rolling pin, onto the mat. Just let my toes slip over the edge. Then I'm going to roll it away from me, and I can feel, oh gosh, I can feel that underneath my sole of my foot. And if you do it nice and slowly, just a nice small movement lets the blood between the skin and the sole of the foot and the muscles. Nice bit of foot massage. Although I think the rolling pin's probably a wee bit nippy. You can do the same thing with a tennis ball or a massage ball. Okay, so I've done that with that one. I'm going to roll the ankles off. You have to excuse me, I've got a wee bit of a cold just now. Point and flex. Adduct, adduct and abduct, abduct, adduct. Okie dokie. Then I'm going to take this strap, up over my toes, bring it up in front and out to the side. And then I'm going to pop it on the inside foot so I can work across the body, bringing the strap up, trying to keep myself nice and straight, weighted through the right foot. Hips are a wee bit tight this morning. So I have arthritis in my knees, asthma, bit of hip issues and shoulder issues, so I just find it nice to take things easy. This is my kind of easy yoga. I can do a bit more if I have to sometimes, but I just like to find peace in these movements. It's not until I started filming though that I realised how knock-kneed and hem-toed I am as well. Oh well, there you go. So I'm going to move this chair round to the other side now. Okay, and I'm going to roll through the left foot. Working up the foot muscles. Okay. Pop that out the way. Rolling off the ankle joints. Point and flex. Abduct and adduct. Bringing in the strap, taking it to one hand, and bringing my foot up in front, trying to keep my toes flexed and my back straight. It's amazing how you can feel yourself just going off balance, off piste. And then working across the body. Okay. I'm going to draw that leg across and let it go back. That's quite nice because I can feel this wee stretch in my hip there. My hips do get very tight. And coming back down. This time I'll take my legs a bit wider. And in fact I might try just coming to the back of the chair, taking my legs wide, holding on to both parts of the chair, and then I can really come a bit further down. Okay, so I'm going to move this out of the way for the moment. Okay, I'm just having a look to see what else I was meant to do. So I'm going to bring my hand to the wall, make sure I've got a nice stretch here in my bingo wings. And I take my hand to 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, back to 3, and down to 6, avoiding the picture hooks. Oh, that's really sore, that one. Doesn't want to do that today. Okay, then I'm going to clock at the wall. Clockwise and anti-clockwise. walking closer into the wall, putting both hands on it, trying to keep my hips towards the front. Breathing in. As I breathe out, I'm going to use my fingers, follow my fingers round so I get a bit of a spinal twist. Inhaling back to centre. Okay. I'm going to do the same on the opposite hand. So I'm bringing this hand to the wall, making sure I can feel a sort of stretch. 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and go back to 12, round to 9, and down to 6. And 6 seems a bit easier on this hand. Stepping just a little bit further away so I can do my clock circles. Just letting my fingertips brush. And of course all of these things you can do much slower so you can really feel into it. I'm just conscious of filming that I'm not used to that, and so don't want to bore you to tears. So keeping the palms of the hands on the wall, breathing in and using the out breath to walk the top of the body round. Inhaling back to centre. I'm going to come around here just to counteract that, stretching up, folding forward, bringing my hands onto my thighs, and I'm just going to try to elongate through the spine. So stretching the tail away and the head forward. And then I'll come back up. And I'm going to do my sun salutation at the wall now. So turning back to the wall, palms of the hands on the wall. Just getting myself sort of positioned. Bringing my hands to heart position. Inhaling and reaching up. And then as I exhale, I'm bringing the palms of the hands to the wall, walking the feet back. Okay, until I come into the half forward fold, the Uttanasana. I'm going to bring my right leg forward and my left leg back so that I come into a lunge. Then I'm going to take my right leg back so that I come into a plank at the wall. Walking my feet in, I'm going to push into the wall so that I create a sort of cobra shape. And then again walking out with the feet until I come into a sort of down dog. I'm trying to get that V shape at the wall where I can let the chest come through the arms. This time I want to come into lunge with my left leg forward and my right leg back. So I'm just going to bring that forward now. I can feel that nice stretch in the calf at the back of the right leg. Bringing the right leg forward to meet the left. Walking out so I come back to the half forward fold. And then walking back in. Shoulders up, back and down. I think I'm too close to the wall now. Extended Tadasana. Hands back to prayer position. So I'm going to go through that again on the opposite side. If I can remember which side that was. So, here we go. Extend up, Uttanasana. I'm trying to look at that camera to see if I'm in the right shape. I just have to trust my body. And then this time I'm going to bring left leg forward so I can take right leg back. Walk my hands up a bit so I get a bit more of a stretch. Left leg back to meet right. Walking in towards the wall so I can back bend into cobra. Walking back out so I can try and get into that down dog position, letting my chest fall towards the mat. Bringing my right leg forward so that my left leg can stretch back and lunge this time. And walking my hands up a little bit. Left leg forward, right leg back, walking my hands down a bit so I can come into the Uttanasana again. I usually feel as if I found it if I notice the stretch in the back of my legs. And then coming forward, back towards the wall. Shoulders up, back and down, and then up to the ceiling. Grabbing that sunshine, palms together, and back to heart position. Okay, thank you. So that was my sun salutation up the wall. Now, I need to do the next bit. Okay, so the next bit is coming to the wall and taking that lunge again, right foot forward into lunge. Then taking the hands away from the wall, just checking the position of my feet, which is a little bit tricky for me with my knock knees. Hands off the wall and lifting them up into Warrior One. Then I'm going to pop them back. Give myself a little bit more room, I think. Sweep that one out. Readjust my back foot so I can come into Warrior Two. Then Peaceful Warrior. An extended side angle. And then back up. Closing this hand back over, adjusting my foot. I need to step it a bit further back, I think. Yep. So stepping it a bit further back so I can sort of come into a Warrior Three. With the wall, and I could probably step back a little bit further so that I was just get a little bit more stretch, I think. Then bringing that left leg forward, stepping up to bring me back to the wall. Taking my my right leg back now into lunge. It's fine when you put it on paper and then you have to try and remember it. Okay, checking my feet, coming up into my Warrior One. Bringing my hand to into the wall, sweeping the other one back so that I'm turning my back foot into my warrior two. Peaceful warrior. Extended warrior. Oh, sorry, extended side angle. Back into warrior two. Closing this arm back over, moving my foot so I come to face the wall again. Taking my left leg back, I think it was about here really, wasn't it? And then I can bring the right leg up into my warrior three. Right leg down to the ground, walking back in, turning so that my back is to the wall, and then I can slide down the wall and walk my feet out so I come into chair at the wall. So I'm sitting in my imaginary chair at the wall. I can bring my arms out in front of me. And then I can walk myself back up. Also, with the wall for support at the back, I can take my weight onto the left foot, bring my right leg up. And this is quite nice because I have the wall to support my back so that I know that my back is completely on the wood and not sort of folding forward, you know, at one side or the other. So I can bring my hands to heart position. If I want to, I can bring my back away from the wall and then branch out. And then I can come onto the other foot, do the same on the other side. Put my back against the wall, trying to feel nicely rooted through that foot. Sole to calf. Coming away from the wall. Not branching out because I haven't left myself enough space for my arms. This is my worst leg, it's always a bit more wobbly. And coming back down. Okay, from there, I'll just take an extra step, bring in my block. So from there I'm going to take my legs wide, bring my block down, come into 5-pointed star. Drawing up through the pelvic floor muscles, through the leg muscles, tightening the buttock muscles. Just enjoying the spaciousness here. And then I'm going to bring my hands to the hips, fold forward, bring both hands down onto my block. If I want to, I could take them all the way down to the floor, but we'll just be kind to the body this morning. So on the block, when I inhale, I'm going to follow the fingers round, up to the right, to the ceiling. Now exhale, I'm taking them back to centre. Inhale, same on the left. Exhale, back to centre. Then I'm going to bring my hands to the hips, bring the torso back up, heel toe, the feet back together. Okay, now, next I'm going to bring this chair back in. Oh yeah, okay. So I'm going to bring the chair back in, and I'm going to use the chair to do a bit of a down dog at the chair. I think I need it a bit further away from the wall. Okay, down dog. But so then I could lift my leg up and pulse it. Same on the other side. Walk the feet back in. Bringing the right leg up, turning up the foot on its side so that the outside of the ankle is on the seat there, the edge of the foot. Letting the knee and the hip drop out to the side. Then I'm going to take my hands down to the side of the chair, hop the left foot back, see if I can get more of a stretch on that hip joint. And then I'm going to hop it back in again. Same on the left, bringing the left foot up, putting it on the edge, letting gravity sort of take it out to the side. Then when it feels that it's used to that shape, I'm going to bring my hands down, hop the right leg out this time, and this is the tricky one for me because it doesn't want to do very much these days. But this is letting me get a bit more of a stretch on the left hip. And I'm going to hop that one back in, bring the left one down. Oh, that was okay actually, they feel quite good now. So I have done that bit, and I was going to use this edge of the chair, which is not looking very great just now. Maybe I'll turn it round, Okay, hands there, and I'm going to take my legs wide because I have quite a big body. And then I'm going to come down into a squat, into Malasana. So this is tricky for me because I can already feel the pain in the knees. But it does help. Although it's painful for me, I know that it's beneficial in the long run because my knees always feel better afterwards. So a little Malasana there just to help the knees. Turning around with my chair, I'm going to sit on the chair, and then I'm going to bring my hands to the edge, take my body off, point my feet, and come into, I'll do it that way, an upward plank. There we go. I'd rather have my hands at the front, but I think with this chair, obviously, better on the side. And then I can sit back down in my chair again, have a little rest. And then I think I'll do that again. I've been trying to build up my arm strength because my arms aren't the greatest. And then back again. Okay. Right, so now I'm going to bring this a bit further in. I'm just going to sit on the edge here, and to finish I'm going to do my cat-cow. With the chair. And if I turn it around to face you guys, I can do my side bends. And my spinal twists. Coming back to the front of the chair, I can take my legs wide, reach up, fold forward, and coming back up to sit. I'm going to pop one block there, one block there, and then I can come into Shavasana on my chair. I don't need a blanket because I've got the heater right in front of me. And I'm opening up my palms to receive. Trying to keep my back nice and straight. And I could probably stay here for 5 to 10 minutes or so. Just focusing on the breath. Breath in, filling up the lungs, and breath out. So, thank you for joining in with me today. Namaste. And soon it's time to go and do the shopping. Cheerio.